In the late 1980s, the automotive world was filled with performance sedans that were fast, powerful, and thrilling to drive. However, amidst all these fast four doors, there was one that stood out, not just for its power, but for the sheer insaneness of its performance. That car was the Alpina B10 Bi-Turbo, a vehicle that, in 1989, would claim the title of being the fastest production sedan, going head-to-head with some of the most prestigious sports cars of the era, which included the Ferrari Testarossa. Now, while Alpina may not have the same level of recognition as BMW's M division, the company has always been known for transforming BMWs into high-performance machines, with a focus on luxury, comfort, and refinement. The B10 Bi-Turbo is perhaps the greatest example of Alpina's engineering prowess. Based on the BMW E34 5 Series, it combined exceptional performance with the kind of sophistication and road manners typically reserved for high-end luxury cars. But what really makes the B10 Bi-Turbo legendary is not just its performance, but the way it embarrassed one of Ferrari's most iconic models in a straight-line taste. But before we get to that, let's talk a bit more about the car. So the origins of the B10 Bi-Turbo trace back to BMW's E34 5 Series, a car that was already revered for its balance between everyday usability and performance. And BMW's M division, which is more well known, had already set the bar high with the M5, which debuted in 1985. With its 311 horsepower, 3.5-litre inline-six engine, the M5 was the ultimate performance sedan of its time. But Alpina, a company based just 43 miles away from BMW's headquarters in Germany, saw an opportunity to push the boundaries even further. Now, instead of merely tweaking the M5, Alpina engineers took a different approach, creating a bespoke performance package for the E34 535i that would later become the B10 Bi-Turbo. So rather than simply adding turbos to the M5's engine, Alpina invested $3.2 million, which is equivalent to over $7.7 million today, to re-engineer the 535 from the ground up. They spent nearly 2 years working on a comprehensive overhaul that would result in a sedan that could outperform even BMW's M division's M5 and stand proudly on its own in terms of performance and luxury. The result was a car that not only beat the best sports sedans of the time, but could also hold its own against some of the most exotic and powerful sports cars ever built. You see, the B10 Bi-Turbo was more than just a simple tuning job for Alpina. It was a full-blown transformation. Alpina's engineers started by modifying the 3.5-litre inline-six engine found in the 535i, replacing it with a twin-turbocharged setup. The car's naturally aspirated engine was stripped down and rebuilt with forged Marley pistons, stronger conrods, and redesigned camshafts, as well as a rebalancing of the moving parts. They also worked on the intake and exhaust systems, fitting the car with twin Garrett T25 turbos and a large front-mounted intercooler, giving the car an enormous boost in power and performance. And with all of these modifications, the B10 Bi-Turbo produced a staggering 355 horsepower and 520 Nm of torque, figures that exceeded even the M5's 311 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. In fact, it was more powerful than the updated M5 that was released in 1992, which featured a revised S38 engine making 335 horsepower. The Alpina was now the most powerful production BMW sedan. But with Alpina, it isn't just about the numbers, it's also about how the car drives. You see, Alpina's philosophy was always about creating cars that balanced extreme performance with daily drivability and luxury. In the case of the B10 Bi-Turbo, they succeeded brilliantly. The car was equipped with luxury features like leather upholstery, fully electric Recaro seats, wood grain trim, and Alpina's signature Momo steering wheel. The suspension was also upgraded with sportier Bilstein front dampers, self-leveling rear suspension by Sachs, and upgraded curling 4-piston calipers gripping massive 13.1-inch rotors, which was larger than those found on the M5. And by 1989, the B10 Bi-Turbo was ready to prove itself. While the car was designed for road comfort and high-speed cruising, Alpina made an audacious claim. They claimed it was the fastest production sedan in the world. This claim caught the attention of the German automotive magazine, Sport Auto, who decided to test the B10 Bi-Turbo not against other sedans, but against the mighty Ferrari Testarossa. a car that even in 1989 was the benchmark for Italian exotic performance. The Testarossa was powered by a 4.9-litre V12 engine that produced 385 horsepower and was regarded as one of the fastest and most desirable sports cars of that era. While the Ferrari was lighter by 110 pounds and its engine had more cylinders and a higher output, the B10 Bi-Turbo had an advantage in one key area. It was incredibly quick off the line. In a straight-line speed test, the Alpina Sedan pulled ahead of the Testarossa, reaching 62 miles per hour, a half a second faster than the Ferrari. The B10 Bi-Turbo maintained its lead up to 100 miles per hour, forcing the Ferrari to play catch-up. The Testarossa finally passed the Alpina at 124 miles per hour, but by then, the damage had been done. The B10 Bi-Turbo, a luxury sedan, had embarrassed one of the most iconic supercars of that era in a straight-line race, which was huge, and it really cemented the B10 as one of the fastest cars on the road back then. Anyways, the B10 Bi-Turbo remained in production from 1989 to 1995, with only 507 units being built during that time. And despite its rarity, it didn't receive the same level of fame or recognition as some of the other high-end cars of that era, but its performance and understated elegance earned it a devoted following. The B10 Bi-Turbo was praised for its blend of power and comfort, something that could outperform many sports cars while still providing a luxurious and refined driving experience. However, Alpina's time with the B10 Bi-Turbo was cut short when BMW decided to phase out the M30 engine in 1994, bringing an end to the production of this extraordinary sedan. Despite its limited production, the B10 Bi-Turbo remains a remarkable piece of automotive history, one of the rare cars that combines blistering speed with daily drivability and luxury. And today, the B10 Bi-Turbo can still be found at select auctions, often fetching surprisingly affordable prices, especially considering its performance and rarity. Prices for a well-maintained example typically hovers around $40,000 to $50,000, making it an attractive proposition for enthusiasts looking to own a piece of BMW and Alpina history. And me personally, if I did have the money, I would buy one. I love the look, love the story, and love the sound. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, please have a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did like it, you most probably like most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel. See if there's something else like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers,